Hi folks, welcome to World of Concrete 2015. Meet Ed Sullivan. He's Chief Economist with the Portland Cement Association, and Ed's graciously agreed to give us a preview of his annual economic forecast. Ed, it's a very optimistic year at this point, as many years are. What are you expecting from the cement economy in 2015?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. You can almost feel it. The strength, the optimism in the economy. We're adding 250,000 new jobs every month. Consumer confidence is at a record high. This is a big difference from where we were even a year ago. And you know what? Optimism is being embraced nationally. More and more people are thinking that the economy is stronger, and it is. We're expecting the economy is going to grow 3 to 3.5% this year. How does that translate into construction activity? How does that translate into cement consumption? Well, construction activity grew at about 2.5% last year. We're expecting that to ramp up to double, to 5% this year. The second thing is, last year, even though there was some pessimism in the beginning of the first quarter of last year, we stuck to our guns and we said cement consumption would grow 8%. We hit it on the nose. And our projection is another 8% this year. So we've got some real strong underlying construction fundamentals that are pushing this. At the core is what's going on in the labor markets. That's the core for the strength of the economy. That's the core for the strength in terms of construction activity. There is one twist that could happen. We're all enjoying these low prices at the pump.
Yeah.
But now you've got to consider, that's wonderful for most of Americans. But what if you're an energy producing region? We've already seen the potential that drilling activity will decline. There are some layoffs in that area that have already been released. That will have an impact in terms of construction activity and also cement consumption. And that will only take a little bit of the edge off of the overall strength that we see happening.
Sure.
So again, we're expecting 8% growth this year, and
8% growth in cement consumption.
Cement consumption this year for 2015, and similar rates in 2016. In fact, it might even accelerate next year. So we are at the beginning. The United States is getting its footing again, and we're starting to see that translate through all sectors of the economy, including construction.
Well, the cement consumption forecast is fantastic, and a worthwhile figure. But the one that sticks with me right now is 5% growth in the construction spending overall. Can you talk a little bit about one or two key drivers that are going to be responsible for that?
So let's break it down into three major areas. Residential, I think most people have been disappointed with the rate of growth that occurred last year. But you keep in mind that there has been some clarity given to mortgage lenders. Easing. You don't necessarily have to have that 20% down anymore. This could spur what's been absent, and that's the first-time home buyer. We're going to be adding 250,000 net new jobs a month. It's 3 million for the year. In the context of unemployment already at 5.6, you're going to start to get pressures, and you're going to start to see the pressure on wages occurring this year. You're also going to see a broadening of the jobs being created. It's not going to be the people at McDonald's flipping hamburgers. It's the skilled people who are now going to be embraced by this growth. So we do see wages accelerating this year.
We're pinning a lot on growth in employment and continued growth in employment. How much could low oil prices impact employment in North America?
It's a double-edged sword. Every time you go to the pump, you spend less money. You can now spend that on something else, and that is an engine of growth.
Right.
That will help the economy, and eventually, given enough time, that can have some spillover into construction. The other side of the coin is those energy-producing regions. People will get laid off. So, for cement consumption, for example, roughly 3.5 million tons are sold into drilling operations. We're expecting as much as a reduction of 1/3 in that drilling activity. So when you start to look at this, there are positive aspects to the whole oil issue on the economy. Those benefits don't really occur till next year because it takes time to percolate.
Sure.
But you know what? In the oil producing regions, that decline in oil prices is immediate. So when we start to look at the impact on construction, it could be a net negative this year, followed by positives that come out further down the road.